right, Coach. Capped your home weekend with a win over Northwestern State. What were your overall thoughts on the game?
It was a tough game. Give credit to Northwestern State, Coach Cabrera. Those guys are playing well here as we get to the end of the conference season, and it was a fight. And I told our young men, our players, that it was going to be a fight all the way through, and we were just lucky enough to execute a few things down the stretch to get the win. But it was a battle, and we knew it was going to be one.
It was kind of a weird game. Both teams had some spurts. They had a point where you stretched out to like 20, I think, at one point late in the game, and they fought back. When it's uneven like that, what's the biggest key to kind of trying to be playing your best when it matters, I guess?
Oh, just the game of runs, yeah. We talked about the process. Process was the word of the week, and just every possession has a life of its own. So just do what you're supposed to do on that defensive possession, and if you get a stop, then let's transition to offense. I think you just focus and you just keep on talking about in the huddles, and hopefully the players amongst themselves. Hey, let's just lock in and do what we have to do each possession to have a successful possession.
What did you see tonight, Jordan? That was a big difference for you guys. Obviously, you guys had a lot of success on the boards. Then also, you guys got this foul trouble in the second half. What was key for you guys tonight?
Hitting shots. Coach, he stresses it that eventually, we're going to start hitting shots. 6 for 20 from the three-point line isn't crazy, but that's big. Those 6 threes are big. Some games we don't make that many shots, but that was huge outside of us rebounding the ball.
I thought you guys had a huge advantage in terms of fouls early on. It was like 9-2, and then it kind of just changed and swung in the other direction. A lot of fouls called tonight. When it's kind of herky-jerky like that, how are you able to kind of just battle through that?
Well, on the offensive end, just keep driving it. They told us, they kept telling us, feed it inside and also just get into the paint. Don't settle for outside shots. And then on the defensive end, we just had to work when they got in the paint to just show our hands.
After last week, to come back home and get a couple wins, how important was it to just kind of kick off the home stretch of the season to really kind of, like I said, get the taste of some difficult losses off your mouth, and just how key was this week?
It was a big key. I think we knew going into last weekend that those two teams, especially both McNeese and Nicholls State, were good teams. We were going to have to play really, really well, shoot the ball well to come out victorious. We weren't able to, so it's only human nature to start questioning yourself and your abilities. But we had spirited practices Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday that helped us get ready for these two games, and it's huge. And we knew going in, or at least I did, that the schedule kind of flipped in our favor. 5 of the last 7 at home, and so but it was big to kind of turn the momentum and keep the morale high and the confidence high.
You guys clinched a spot in the conference tournament tonight with the win. Obviously, that can be kind of a bit of a relief, but there's still 5 games on the schedule. So, how do you make sure that you don't get too comfortable coming down to the final games?
Well, the way that the Southern Conference sets up the tournament for men's basketball and women's basketball, there's double byes, single byes, and then if you don't get any byes, you have to play 4 games in 4 days, which is obviously very difficult. Can be done, and it has been done in other leagues. So that's the main focus. Is we're trying to go out. We'll take it 1 game at a time, and we'll count up how many we get at the end and see what seed we get. But I think these guys, especially guys that have been in the program and the guys that are new, they expect to play hard. They expect to play together. They expect to win if they do all those things. So we're just going to take it, keep focusing, go, take a day off, get rested, and then we'll come back Wednesday for practice.
It's a good point Coach brought up there, Rob. You've seen both sides. You've seen what it's like when you have to play multiple games in the tournament. You see what it's like when you get the double bye. How important is it to you guys in understanding, at the end of the season, everybody's tired, everybody's bruised. How important is it for you guys to try to get at least a bye or maybe even a double bye going into the tournament this year?
It's very important. It's very important because this league, I feel like this year, this league, like nobody is just completely better than others, so at any game, anybody can lose. So it's important for us to get that double bye so we can play one game and be rested for the championship.
Going on your final road trip this next weekend, just what's the plan?
The plan is to come back on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday and have really good practices, and then we'll travel to Beaumont and play a really, really good Lamar Cardinal team that's really well coached with Coach Brooks. And I know, obviously, we're tied in the standings. It's going to be an unbelievable challenge, but we'll try to we'll do our best to get ready for it over the next, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and go from there. See what happens from there. We don't look past probably one day.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you.